Hello and welcome back. And thank you for subscribing to my channel, Paint with Gloria. So let's get started. Today we're going to be painting something like this. This is a painting I did a few years ago with Swans. We're going to do, let me show you, we're going to do something like this because we're not going to paint so much. We're going to be painting something like that. We might paint definitely 1, 2, 3. We'll see if we have time for that one. So we're going to be painting that. So I'm going to keep it here as reference on the side. Also, I have my colors here: white, blue, black, red, and yellow. And I'm painting on a canvas paper. I taped it to my masonite board, 8 by 10. And I'm going to start with the 1-inch brush because we're going to cover a lot of background. And then from there on, I'll let you know what I'll be using because I'm not sure. But remember, like I told you, that once you start using your brushes, all of them, and experimenting, they can any brush can do almost anything you want it to do. So this is just a 1-inch. We're going to do some blue mixed in with some white. And we're going to practically cover the whole canvas. Back and forth, back and forth. I'm already running out of white. Let me pour more white. Blue. Swinging back and forth. You're trying to cover a lot of ground here. Put it in wherever it may fall. It doesn't have to be in a certain order. As long as you put it in there, we're putting in the color of water. And this is a lake by where we live. Beautiful lake. We have hundreds of lakes here where we're at. So when you drive around, you'll see plenty of lakes. Some are larger than others, but they are all beautiful. Okay? We want to keep it straight, and the reason we want to keep it straight is because, remember, it's water. It's water. It's not moving water, just very slightly, and that's because the wind is moving it, not because it's rushing. It's not a waterfall. It's not the ocean. It's not a river. It's a lake. A little bit more blue in there. A little bit more blue. Get those mixed in there. A little bit more here. Keeping it straight. Don't curve your water, because if you curve your brush, you would be curving the water, and you don't want to do that. A little bit more on the bottom. Want to make sure everything is covered. Okay, from top to bottom. Now we're going to add a little bit of greenery in the back, so I'm going to put this in water because I doubt I'm going to be using this 1-inch again. So what I'm going to pick up is a small brush here. I'm going to pick up 1/2 inch, a short 1/2 inch, and I'm going to put in some black in the back. And here is where we tap, because there seems to be a little land in the back. So I'm going to do that. a little land. Pick up some more black. Just going back and forth. It's just land. There you go. A little bit of land. And we're going to bring that land in a little bit out. There you go. Beautiful. Okay. Now we're going to take that black and we're going to put some here as well, because we're going to be putting in some rocks here. So let's do that too. You can tap or you can just put in the paint. But if you want to give some fancy texture, that's when you tap. Okay. And again, these are going to be rocks. Okay. Now, I also have a tree here. So let's put in that tree. So grabbing some black. We're trying to do all the black that we can. Okay, here we go. Go here and go up, all the way up, off the canvas. Pick up some more black. Okay, there we go. This is a tree that has grown inside the water. Now that we have that, you can mix this with the yellow. Let me put it here. It's got a lot, so I'm just scraping some off on the side. And I'm gonna pick up some yellow and mix it over here on the side to make green. This is what I just did to make some green. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna tap it. Make sure I got the green I want. And I'm just gonna tap the back, because this is all grass in the back. Pick up a little bit more yellow, lighten it up, mix it in there. Let's see, make sure you see what I'm doing here. Okay. Tapping, tapping, because I don't want to cover all that pretty yellow I just put in there. Okay, a little bit more green on the edge. There you go, beautiful. Just enough. Just enough. Okay, the same thing for here. Let's put it in. Green, green, green. Now let's put in the yellow. Tap it on the side. And tap, tap very lightly. Tap, tap. Okay. That's good enough for, okay, good. All right, let's put in a little bit of sun there. Okay, the sun is hitting back there. That's fine. Okay, we don't want to do too much. Okay, now that we did the tree, let's go ahead and finish that tree before we put in the rocks and the swans. Okay, let's see. What am I going to pick up for the tree? For the tree, I'm going to pick up this 1/2 inch angle brush. So I'm going to pick up some, let's pick up some of that green. More dark green than light green, okay? And we're going to put it on the tree here. So it'll be easier for me and easier for you to see. We're going to do this. We're going to put it in. Okay, now we're going to pick up a little more yellow. And we're going to put it in there as well. And we're going to tap some of that yellow in there. Tap, tap, tap. Tap, tap. Pick pick up a little bit of white, just a tab of white, just to kind of break up the colors. Put it in there, mix it around. Mix it around, pick up a little bit more yellow. The sun is going to be hitting here. There you go. It's almost like scrubbing. I'm scrubbing. Okay, got too light for me, so I'm putting it back with black. Putting in my color. Pulling from the other side. Trying to give it a roundness look. There you go. There's my tree. And then in the roots of the tree, I'm going to put in a little more black. So I'm going to put that one and pick this one up again. Kind of clean it on the side without picking up any color except for the black. Since you don't have to wash it, just pick up some of that black. There you go. Okay, beautiful. Now go ahead and clean that brush. Keep it in water, as well as your 1/2 inch angle. Put that in water as well, and go ahead and wipe it clean. Dry it. And with the same brush, if your paint's still wet, you should be able to pull down shadows. You see? Look at that. Because once you clean your brush and you dry it, it's never completely dry. So what I'm doing is I'm pulling some of the shadows, which means the reflection from that tree into the water. You see that? I'm just pulling some of that black into the water to kind of give it some reflection. And I'm going to do the same thing here and a little bit here as well. So let's do that. Wet your brush, because you want it a little bit of humid, a little moisture in there, not too much, and pick up some of that black, because this one is already dry. And what you're going to do is almost scrub. You're scrubbing. You see that? I'm scrubbing, and you can still see. You don't want to pick up that pure black. Wet your brush a little bit, dry it somewhat. Keep a little moisture in there, go back to where you were, and kind of scrub. Scrub, scrub, scrub. We're going to do the same thing here. It's almost dry brush. Dry brush. We just want to pull some of that black to give it some of those reflections in the water. Reflections in the water. Same thing here. Make sure that you have enough shadows into the water. See, we did it here, so that's good. Let's do some over here, making sure that we have enough reflection. There you go. And a little bit more here. Excellent. Excellent. I'm going to go ahead, now that this is dry, I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit more highlight, which means I'm going to pick up a little bit more yellow and try to clean my brush on the side. Just pick up some more yellow. Flip my canvas. There you go. Beautiful. And kind of pull. Pull. Love it. Pull, pull, pull. You're pulling. Okay, now that we did that, let's go ahead and add a little bit of bushes here with your small 1/2 inch. Same thing, pick up some of that yellow mixture that you have mixed with the green, and let's put it here. Add a little bit of white, just a tap. Mix it on the side, and let's put it here. You see how the colors changes? Let's put that over here a little bit. Not as much, but just a little bit. And going up. And let's balance the colors, so let's put some here as well. Along the lines there. There you go. So let's go ahead by starting the rocks. With the rocks, let's see what are we going to use. Let's use the same angle brush, but I'm going to go ahead and clean it because I don't want that yellow in there. So I'm going to pick up some white on the side. Pick up a little bit of black. Just enough to kind of make it gray. And we're going to start adding some rocks here. Just kind of think rock and shape rocks. Okay, pick up some more. Keep thinking rocks. You can make them any shape you want. Little rocks, big rocks. They are your rocks. Go ahead and make them any size you want. Keeping some of those blacks in between. Don't cover the black. Let's make this one here. One here. One here. Rocks. Let's pick up some more. I'm going to do this one here, coming over this one, making it a little lighter so you can see it. There you go. One here. Now a little darker so you can see it, because it's hard to tell. There you go. Let's pick up some more. Make this one here. Pick up a little bit of white. There you go. See it? See, I'm leaving that black in between to separate the rocks. Okay? Here I'm going to put a strange looking one there. This one is going to go here. Picking up a little bit of white. Go. Beautiful. Now, let's put in some greenery. Not much, just a little bit of green between those rocks. So go ahead and clean your brush and pick up some of that yellow mixed in with the green that I have on the side. And let's see. Let's just kind of, too light. Pick up a little bit more green mixed in with the yellow. There, that's better. A little bit of green in between the rocks. Not much. So I'm just tapping, keeping it light. Picking up a little bit more yellow. Some of this grass grew right into these, in between the rocks. There you go. Picking up a little bit more. Okay, there you go. Put some here. Picking up a little bit more here. Some here on the edge. And here. Picking up a little bit more yellow. So you notice, if you look at me closely when I'm picking up my paint, I'm hardly picking up any. Just tabs. Beautiful. Now that we did that, I'm going to go ahead and clean my brush. Now, because we are doing these swans, you might want to sketch them. You might want to pause your video, sketch them in if you like, and if not, you can just go ahead and paint it in as you please. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pick up a small tiny brush. You can pick up any size, any shapes, as long as it's small. See, this one is thin. I even cut some of the filberts, the hairs off, because it went out of whack. It went all over the place. And then I have this one. So I'm going to stick to this one for now and see how that works. And if that doesn't work, then I'm going to come to this long filbert, number 4. But I'm going to try this one first. So let's start with the swan. We're going to color him in gray. So I'm going to pick up some white, mix it in here with the black. I want it really light. So there you go. Light gray. And let's put him in. He's going to be in the back, so he's going to be a small one compared to the ones in the front. So let's see. We're going to form a little head, and we're going to turn and turn like an S. Do an S, okay? And then here we go, doing the S. Now let's give them the back again. Okay. Give them a little bigger around their head, just tap. See, we don't want to make it too big because he's in the back. We'll worry about the, well, we won't actually worry about it. We'll put in the shadows in later and the reflection from the swamp to the water. Okay, so now let's do the little one here on the bottom. This one is almost the same size as that one. He looks like he was wet. He already got out of the water. So he seems to be a little slim. So here is his head. As I'm looking and talking to you, I noticed that he's not a swan. He's one of those white birds. Could be an egret. I'm not sure. That, you know, when sometimes you're going down the farm and you see cows and you see these white birds sitting on top of a cow's back. I just saw one of those yesterday while I was going to my sister's that lives here in Florida, but to the north. And I thought that was such a cute sight. There we go, let's see. Yep, that's what it is. I'm just going to fill him in gray, and then I'll come back and put his white colors in there. Okay, now we're doing the big one. And again, I'm going to stick to the same brush. It seems to be working for me. I'm just going to mix a little bit more white with the black that I have here. More white. So that's all I'm doing. Mixing, making sure I get that gray for my big swan. Okay. Let's see, where are we going to start? Again, we're going to start with the head. He's going to be right here. And we're going to do the S. The S. Pick up some more if you have to, so that your brush can run smoothly. There you go. Pressing lightly, not too hard. His head, his neck. Around. Pick up some more. Let's go up. Round it off. Okay, pick up some more. Let's see. The bottom here is flat. There you go. He's flat. Okay. This is the back, the wing in the back. So we're gonna do this just to kind of show That's the back. And then this is gonna be, I'm gonna make it a little lighter just to show, let's see the difference between the front and the back. Okay, so again, this is the front and this is the back one. Depends which angle you're looking at. Okay, so here we go. Pick up some more. Let's fill them in. Pick up a little darker so you can see better. So I'm going to shape it. The feathers and like that. Going upward. Go upward. Don't go too straight and don't come this way to the bottom. Go upward. Okay, pick up some more white. Mix some more in there. Okay. There we go. Upward. Upward. There you go. Let me get some more dark here. Beautiful. There you go. Let me keep the dark one here in the back. Because this, again, this is the back. More dark here. We just want to make sure that we can tell which is the front and which is the back. For now. There you go. Okay. Beautiful. Now I'm going to go ahead and clean that brush. And we're going to put in, while this is drying, oh my goodness, so much paint on my fingers. Okay, got some off. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and paint this limb that came over and throw in that one too while we're giving that a chance to dry. So I did pick up my 1-inch liner, my long one, and I'm going to dip it into my black. Dip it into your black, and you're going to do something like, let me straighten my paint, something like this. Okay, and do that, and we're going to put some leaves here. Okay, let's see, maybe just a couple more. Very lightly, very lightly. The lighter the prettier. The lighter the prettier. There you go. See? Isn't that beautiful? And now we're going to this side and we're going to put one here. This one is coming from behind the tree. It's a small one. They don't all have to be big. Okay, one little one here. Okay, so let's go ahead and put that in water and put some leaves on that. Again, I'm going to stick to my 1/2-inch square flat. So I'm going to pick up some of that yellow, mix it in with the black, giving me that green. Pick up a little bit more yellow, mix it here. There you go. Beautiful. Beautiful. Just put them on the tip of your limbs. Little branches. There you go. Pick up some more. So again, some will be darker than others, and that's okay. You want them all to be different. Okay, let's do the same over here. Tapping very lightly. Very lightly. Pick up some more yellow if you want to lighten it up. Even pick up some white. White and a little bit of yellow. You see how it changes the color? Makes it look really pretty. So let me pick up a little bit more. Yellow and white. Yellow and white. And tap it here and there. Make it look pretty. Okay, now that we did that, I'm going to put that one in the water. I'm not going to be needing it. And I'm going to pick up my long, what is it, like maybe a quarter of an inch. That's what it looks like. And it's almost like a round, skinny filbert. So now let's put in that white inside the swamps. What we're going to do is we're going to start with very little on the brush. We're going to start here. We're going to put it in and turn to form the shape. Okay? Again. Okay, pick up some more. There you go. Doesn't have to be defined too much because remember this one is in the back. Okay, again, I'm going to turn. Beautiful. And there we go. That's good. Now let me work on this white bird here. Same color. White. Turn. Beautiful. Right there. Let's give on that color. Here we go. White. And you wonder why did she put in the gray if she was going to cover it? Because sometimes you need dark colors in the back in order to bring out the lighter colors in the front. It's like natural shadows when you do that. Now that we both did that one, let's put in some blue on that. Okay? And the reason you put blue is because when you look at the reflection from the water shining onto the swans, you see blue. Not that they're necessarily blue birds, but you will see some blue in there. So let me lighten it up. I don't want it to be navy blue or dark blue. I just wanted to give it a shadow of blue. See, that's too much. So let me wipe it here. And just a shadow. Just a little slight. I don't want too much. More white. Beautiful. Beautiful. We'll come back and put some shadows under there. We got to remember to do that. Now we're going to do the same thing here. Pick up some blue. Not too much. And we're going to put it in as if they were the wings of the bird. Put in some more white. I want it to cover. I don't want to keep it all blue. Okay. Just kind of move it around. Let me clean my brush there. Trying to pick up some white more than anything. Or his neck. Okay. Again, pick up some more of that blue, a little darker blue. Just gonna put the wings back in. There you go. Now, let's put in their beak. So we're gonna pick up a little bit of red, some of that yellow, which makes it orange. So we're gonna give them a little one here. Beautiful. And here's a little more yellow than orange. So I'm gonna pick up some, no, I don't want green. Let me clean my brush. All I'm looking for is yellow, more yellow than anything. And we're gonna give it to him right here. Okay, there you go, beautiful. Now that we did that, let's give him some eyes. So I'm gonna pick up a very thin liner, and I'm just gonna dip it in black. One here, and this one you can hardly see, but let me clean my brush a little bit without wetting it, and just kind of make it look something like that. Okay, just to kind of give it that impression. Okay, now that we did both of these birds, the swan and this little Ingrid-like bird, not sure if it is, but it's one of those cute little white birds with the long necks seen here in Florida. Let's go ahead and put the white, clean my brush, it had black in it. Put this one back in. So again, let's pick up some white. I got white on both places of my canvas. And don't be concerned about your palette getting like this, because that's only natural, that your colors are going to run in together and look messy. But the messier, sometimes the prettier colors you'll get. First, okay, shaping it as you put it in. Remember to shape it. Shape it in there. See? Shape it in there. Shape it, shape it. Making sure you don't pick up gray. You don't want gray. You want that. You want the white. The white. If you pick up some of that blue that's here, that's okay. My colors is not running as smooth as I would like it to, but it's working. Okay, there we go. Now we're gonna pick up some blue and mix it in there. Keeping it light blue. We're going to put it in between here, somewhat. Make it look like feathers, somewhat. If you put in too much like I did, just go back and put some more white. Beautiful. Go to the back. There you go. I want to do this. I want to get that effect here. Turn, 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 turn. Beautiful. Now I'm going to put in the head. Okay, making sure you round off the head and the neck. Go, touch the body, connect it to the body. There you go. There you go, beautiful. See? Now what you're gonna do is you're gonna do this side over there. So let's pick up some white, fill it in. some more white. Okay. Picking up a little bit of blue to kind of separate them. There you go. Picking up white. Picking up white. Okay. Now, what I'll do is give it that shape here. There you go. Beautiful. Give it a little bit more blue here. Play with it until you're happy with the colors that you've gotten. Add as much white as you want. And you can tell that the more white you add, as it dries, you're building up layers, which looks wonderful. I like it. Beautiful. Okay, maybe a little bit more white on his neck. A little bit more white. Pick up as much white as you have to, especially if your gray is coming through. There you go. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add his peak. I'm going to add his little eyes. So I'm going to dry my brush, and we're going to pick up some black. Okay, let's see. It goes something like this. It's a V. If you look at it, it's a V. There you go. It's a V. And then his little eye is somewhere right here in this corner. Perfect. Okay, I'm going to leave that one for now. Clean my brush and pick up some orange. Red with some yellow. Red and yellow makes orange. Let's put it in. Oh, my brush is too wet, so I have to dry it. If not, I'm getting water in there, and I don't want water. Which I'm gonna have to do is, because I got water, is take a piece of paper towel and tap it, and it will soak up that water. I didn't want water in my brush. So again, so I'm gonna pick up some more orange and try it again. See if that works. Yes, it does. Okay. Pick up a little bit more yellow. And let's see, I want to make it just a tap longer. Not much. Beautiful. I do want to make it a little brighter, which means I'm going to add more yellow. Perfect. Now, because we've done this, let's go ahead and add those shadows. Let me put that in water. To add the shadows, I'm just going to go ahead and pick up a flat square. Small flat square. And I'm going to go ahead and pick up some, let me show you what I'm doing here so you know. What I did was I wet my brush. My brush is wet, and I'm going to tap it into a little bit of black. Just, you see it? You can tell how light, watered down that black is. You see? Because I don't want a pure black. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to go ahead and scrub it under the bird. See that? Under the bird. And if it's too wet, dry your brush. And what you're going to do is going to pull. Just kind of pull. Okay. If it's too dark, again, take your paper towel. And you can do this. I got a very small piece, but to give you the idea, just wipe it off before it dries on you. Okay? And if you say, oh no, it dried, that's okay. Guess what we can do? We can pick up some white, mix it with that blue, and put it back in. A little bit more blue. You see that? Now, let me bring that color down here a little longer. More. There you go. Okay, let's do the same thing for that one. Picking up a little bit of blue, watered down black, and let's give it that shadow. Okay, again, pick it up more blue, because you don't want to make it too dark. Okay, and we don't leave him alone because he's behind those rocks. So anyway, we did that. Let's see, give it a little bit more grayish here to kind of cover that. Okay, now that we did that, let's see, do we need any more colors anywhere else? I don't think so. I think everything looks great. Let me bring it up to you so you can see more. You see that? Look at that one back there. See? All my paintings will look better like 4 feet away from the eye. The closer you look, it looks a little messy, but this is an impressionist painting. Once you get closer, yes, they will look like swamps, but the closer you look, there's not much detail to it. I think I've done enough shadowing. Maybe once it dries, it'll probably lighten up a little bit. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and consider this one a finished painting for us today. So I am going to sign with my thin brush, almost liquid black, because I put in a little bit of water just to kind of get that fine line that I'm looking for. And I'm going to sign right here. There you go. I love painting, and I hope that you guys love to learn with me as you paint. So I will see you on our next adventure. God bless. Adios, amigos.